Hey, Jim Greamy. I ended up buying, they call it a spy camera. I didn't really want a spy camera. I wanted a nanny cam, but they also call it a nanny cam too, though nanny cam is kind of far down the list of the description here, but that's what it essentially is. But I'm not using it on kids. I'm using it on my cats because we don't have kids. We have 5 cats. So there you go. But I got this. It's made by Qouya. It's on Amazon. This thing's about $51.99. Now, that's no small amount of money, at least not in my budget. But compared to everything else that's out there, pretty good deal. It masquerades as a clock. It keeps the time on there. You can set it to either 12 or 24 hours. I've got it set on 12 hours. It's like 5:17 here. I was real impressed with this. Now, what's nice is the app on this thing. I have an iPhone XS Max. This thing kind of looks like a camera here. I realize, yeah, actually you can see that. It says MU Cam, and that's what you search for. They provide you with instructions that are actually quite excellent. This is a Chinese company, but they make a high quality product. I'm very, very impressed with everything. Number one, the instructions are written clearly. They're clearly understood, and they provide pictures. I like pictures. They provide pictures, and what's even nicer here, and a lot of companies are doing this now, in order for you to make sure you're getting the correct app rather than you go looking for it, they provide a QR code right there that you can scan off of your phone, and it'll say you want to open your app store, and it will. You go to the app store, and then what's nice about it, then it takes you straight to the correct app, and you can download the app. What's nice about this app is everything that this thing does. Now, on some apps, you can sit there, you close them like that, and then whenever you tap them again, they automatically reopen to where you were. Not so with this one. It's just the nature of the app. Maybe that's why it didn't get perfectly high ratings, but it's pretty good. I've got this thing just sitting on my desk right now. My phone is mocking me, okay, because it's got it. I'm not letting my phone see this because I don't want to have to put up with that. But this thing has a microphone and a speaker on this. My phone is still mocking me, but it's the way it is. I can't shut this dumb thing off because it hears everything and it's listening through this. Now, what I can do is I can turn off the speaker on my phone. But what this is interesting is it's got the ability to have, it's got 4 different settings: 1080p, 720, 640, and 480. 480 is kind of grainy. 480 is fast. In other words, if you have a lot of movement, or if you're watching like I am animals, 480 will be able to do the best, and it depends on your network speed of everything. Now, this is how it says. I've got this thing set right now on 720. But what I like about the app is I get a pan view on this thing, and it's actually quite excellent. It's very clear. The 1080 is extremely clear. In fact, I was checking it against my monitor here when I had some print on here for a Word document, and I could read the document through the 1080 and even through the 720. So I'm very impressed with this. 140 degree spread on the wide angle on this thing. Now, if you've got a lot going on your network, this thing only can handle up to a 2.4 gigahertz speed. It can't handle the 5 gigahertz speed. So if you try to hook it to a 5 gigahertz, it's just not gonna go. I would recommend you make sure you have the correct password. I did not, and I kept wondering why it wouldn't connect. Well, the app does not tell you that it's a wrong password. It just tells you connection timed out and it won't connect. But you need to make sure you got the right password for your network. But what's nice about this is, if I bring this up here, you can actually see another me. It's like a mini me. Hey, it does a very good job. Like I said, it has a microphone and a speaker on this. Speaker's not high volume speaker, but it's enough. It's going to freak my cats out, and I can't wait to see how that's going to work. But it has a motion detector on this thing too. Remember, this is a spy cam. Is one of the things. They actually call this Spy Camera, Wireless Hidden Camera, Clock Spy Camera, HD, 1080p, Nanny Cam. Why do they do this? Part of that's cultural. they speak English, which I can't speak any Mandarin, so they speak English, but they're trying to load this thing so that it will load in all of the search parameters that we Americans could possibly enter when we're searching for something like this, so that it would pull it up. It's a business tactic, I understand. Different people vary on SEO criteria, but still. And so all of this on here, it's a great thing. It's got that, I really like, you get a push notification if you've got it enabled on this thing. And I'm going to go back here. Notice here, can you see that? This little thing over here is actually a gear. I can open this up and I get to go here. You've got modify device, delete device, reconnect device, and then you go into device settings. This is all, I wish my camera was better on my, trying to figure out, there we go. You can kind of see where all the words are. But basically here I've got alarm configuration. If I go into alarm configuration, I'm given another screen. For some reason, that is how you're able to see this thing. It is on this screen that I'm enabled to either turn on or turn off the motion detection. Wi-Fi configuration, which you'll need to do. I would highly recommend you read all the instructions so you get this in the correct order. It comes with a 2200 milliamp battery. It's like a big fat AA battery that you plug in here, and it charges as you're connected to this device. Right now I've got the battery in there now. See if I can do this while we're talking in a reasonable manner. Yeah, I can peel that back off. There's the battery. In here I have also got, in this slot right here, I have a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. I didn't have any problem with the formatting on my micro SD card because it's a class 10 high-speed micro SD card, and so I put it right in there. The camera recognized it. If the camera doesn't recognize, they recommend you just pop it out and put it in there again, but it needs to be a class 10 so it's capable of seeing everything. Why do you need the SD card? Well, this thing is capable of taking pictures as well as video and saving it if you so choose to do so. It has the ability to turn the device on and off. There's a reset button. There's a reset button back here. On-off device, slot for the micro SD card. So all of that is back there. This is attached. It's attached here through a mini SD, not a micro SD, but a mini SD. And of course, it comes with a charging block and a cord that goes with it. Real easy. You see right now it's running off the battery, everything. But you got Wi-Fi configuration, you got SD card configuration. If you happen to have an SD card and it's not configured properly, this thing will format it for you. It does it through this app and through the device itself. It's also got infrared LED configuration. This has 12 infrared lights in here, so you can see it in the dark. I had this the other day. My secretary, pastor dude, stuff on the wall, pastor dude. My secretary was here with her granddaughter, and I started calling her granddaughter's name. That kind of freaked out the granddaughter. I got yelled at for that. But anyway, but it's still, it's pretty cool little device. You've got the ability to set time. The time setting primarily is here. You still have to manually set this. Setting it on the app will not automatically set this. At least I haven't figured out a way to do that. You got miscellaneous settings. You got the ability to change your password. They do recommend you change your password. You need to change your password. Make sure it's an adequate password. Make sure you're using caps, small, and special symbols, because hackers would love to get into to be able to have access to your camera. Great fun would not be had by all. And of course, you can reboot the device as well. All of this is through this. You have the ability for live video. You can do snapshots where you can see what like some of the stuff you've taken before. Recording audio, you can see the stuff you've recorded before. And of course, under the alarms, I don't have any alarms set, but because I've got it disabled at this point. $51.99. I am very impressed with the video quality and the picture quality in this thing. I've never really had a camera like this before. We were wanting to use it because it's Wi-Fi capable. I don't have to run any wires to the thing to make it work. You do need to make sure that you've got adequate signal from your Wi-Fi. If you do not, you're going to get a very jerky, or it will be an unresponsive camera. It just will not work. Also, I found out if you dropped the camera settings itself. If you want 1080p, you better have some fast speed. Otherwise, I would recommend you drop it to 720 or 640, and you will notice that the responsiveness of the camera comes up, and you get a much smoother recording. There will be some lag because you're going to be trying to get this thing over the internet. It has the ability to do it through the network, which means through the internet. If you're in the same room, like this is on one of my a Netgear router, wireless router that I have. If I try to connect through the Netgear router, I can't connect to it over the internet. I can, however, do point-to-point, and they have the ability to do that. They give you very clear instructions how to do AP point-to-point on this thing, and impressive, you know, for no more than what it's cost. I like it. It's a great camera. You know, we're not talking, as long as you don't like try to bounce it off the floor or dump stuff on it. I think it should give you a good length of service. I mean, I plan on having it. They have an actual, you know, they are able to give you, you know, any type of customer service that you need with this. I've been very happy working with the Chinese companies, and I'm paying Chinese company prices rather than American brand name prices. I like American goods. I just have a limited budget. So that's why I buy them. Look, it's a great, Qouya is, I believe that's how you pronounce this thing, and it's a great camera, does a great job recording. Get it.